14-yard run. What a move. That's a basketball jump there. First and goal from the 3. Here's the pitch. And it stops short of the goal line is David Coleman Jr., the defensive back, who we actually saw run for a touchdown in the first half.
And he's a big-bodied, strong safety at 5'10", 220, so they like his quote-unquote size inside this short yardage situation. But I want to see more LaRon Dillard get the football. He's running well. Or even you see your back Matthews, try to get him a bone as well, too. I know it's tempting to put the bigger back in short yardage situation, but a lot of times these smaller guys are very tough to find, and they end up getting into the end zone.
Wishbone for Kane. Here's the handoff. Dillard stuffed, pushing. He's going to be short. Gang tackle. Number of Red Dragons come in. A bunch of guys coming out of that pile, including Mark DeLuise, who we saw with a pick in the first half.
And this is where you have that gut check if you're Cortland. This is a very tough-minded football team. I like their 2 defensive ends in Hagan and Sarno. Kevin Murray has played a good game as well, their defensive tackle. Can they continue to own up front and allow those linebackers to step up and make a play at the line of scrimmage?
Kane can make it a 3-score game again, leading 27-14. 2 touchdown passes for Charles Aston. 2 on the ground for the Cougars. 3 back set again. Here's the handoff. Pushing is David Coleman Jr., and he's driven right back, shy of the end zone.
You know why he got stopped, man? Because he's not natural carrying the football. This is why I don't like taking out a guy like Brian Matthews, who has gotten you down here the entire game, and you refuse to give him a carry just because he's 5'8", 185. You got to give him the football, allow him to get in the end zone. So, see right there, trying to encourage his teammate. I don't like seeing that, man. You got to find your way to run physical enough to get into the end zone.
Kick is blocked. Ball's loose.
Kick is blocked.
And Kane unable to score. Cortland blocks the kick. It's actually the second kick the Red Dragons have blocked today. And that keeps Kane off the board, and it stays a 2-score game.
Exactly. And we're going to revisit this drive at the end of the game, because I think this is going to be a big key to what happens, a big determinant to the outcome of the game. We saw Kane drive down the field with their offense, take out their best back, and put a defensive player back there to try to get the football in his hands. But we talked about this all game long, how well Cortland's special team has played, and this was a big stop by that special teams unit.
Looked like Travis Alvarez came up with the block. Segala out of the shotgun, takes the snap, pitch out to the far side. John Mannix, the wide receiver who has 2 touchdown receptions, run out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
Good perimeter defense right there by Kane, stringing out that run play. You know, something about that late pitch in the first half, it was giving Kane problems. You saw the adjustment made at halftime, and now they force him to continue to go outside, and it ends up being a no gain.
Game about 1 second.
Second down at 10. Segala forced out of the pocket. He can move out near the sideline. Flag comes in. He's run out of bounds shy of the 20-yard line. There's a second piece of laundry.
Yeah, you can't. If you're going to hold, just make sure it's not in front of the referee. And he clearly took down the defensive back on that particular play. You see right here on the outside, yeah, you can't yank down the receiver. Jake Smith trying to get a block, and it was able just to pull down the defensive back.
Lance Carlin discusses matters with his crew. Flanked out by the 16. Penalties in the first half. Cortland 4 for 34 yards. Kane just 1 for 5. Oh, half the distance to the goal, and that backs up the Red Dragons.
Self-inflicted wounds, and you see a football team that was able to get the turnover with the blocked field goal. Now they have to find a way to answer with points on this drive.
Cortland 228 yards of offense in the first half. Segala looks left, zings it, almost intercepted by Kane again. Oh boy, Cougars should have had that one. Samir Venable, in and out of his hands, he knows it, as Segala almost threw his 4th pick.
Love that technique right there. He slow played that route and baited the quarterback into throwing that football. He undercut it and nearly picked it off, and that was just a great job, great piece of cornerback play right there by Venables. You have to come up with that catch, especially a defense that has 15 interceptions. You expect them to make every interceptor attempt in this ball game.
3rd and 14. Segala forced out of the pocket, races out near the sideline, has room to run, crosses the 15, out near the 20, sidesteps at the 22. Very close to a first down. In fact, he needed to get to the 22, and he got enough. First down. That's a big gain by the Red Dragons.
Yeah, good job right there by Brett Segala, realizing that he had all the receivers downfield. Cornerbacks turned and ran with the receivers, so he had a lot of room to run and picked up the first down.
Segala in the first half, 14 for 23, 163 yards, 2 touchdowns and 3 picks. Zach Tripodi, the leading rusher for Cortland in the first half with 43 yards. First and 10, Red Dragons from the 22. Pitch far side, Tripodi outside the 20, the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And that's why missed interceptions are just like turnovers for the defense, because now they have a first down. If you catch the football, they're not even converting that first down. Your offense is on the field. But again, here's that pitch play again, just trying to outflank the defense, but good job right there by Cortland linebacker Stephen Lewis making a stop.
Segala forced out of the pocket, being chased on the run. Throws it back over the middle, and the catch is made at the 39-yard line. Jake Smith reels it in.
Segala's pass complete to Jake Smith. Wrapped up by Coleman Jr.
You saw David Coleman was caught in no man's land right there, and he realized it like, hey, I should I go and attack the quarterback, but he stopped and remember what happened in the first half. Readjusted and got back underneath that route, was able to make a stop. Nearly was there quick enough to break up that ball, but good catch right there by Cortland.
First and 10 from the 40. Fake handoff, bullet over the middle, and another catch from Anthony Pintaboda into Kane territory. Now Cortland has the momentum after that blocked field goal, and Kane missed an opportunity. Could have had an interception. To your point, the Red Dragons are moving.
And again, you're starting to see this secondary be a little bit more aggressive in trying to attack these routes.
Segala forced out of the pocket, throws a wounded duck out of the reach of Pintaboda at the 40-yard line.
Even if they don't gain another yard on this series, what they've done is flip the field position, which is huge because they avoided giving up points on that last drive, got the turnover, drove down the field, converted a couple of first downs, and now they flip the field position to where they're going to force Kane to drive the length of the field again.
Second and 10, Red Dragons. The 46. Quick pass near side. Johnny Akins. First time we're looking at him today inside the 45 down to the 44, gain of 2.
A good positive play. It's third and long here, third and 8. Let's see what Cortland can dial up. I'm pretty sure with the way they're playing aggressive on the outside, you're going to see one of these routes over the middle of the field clear open. Can Segala get the football to the receiver accurately?
Cortland 5 of 8, third downs in the first half. Segala takes the snap, has time, near side. Pass in and out of the hands of Josh Riley, and a flag quickly comes in from the head linesman on the near side.
A little bit of hand fighting right there. To me, not enough to call it. I think both guys were really fighting for position, but really didn't see anything right there as far as interference is concerned.
It was Derek Taylor for Kane right there. And they get him for pass interference. First down.
Second time on this series where a penalty or a busted play has extended the drive for Cortland. So if you're Kane's defensive staff, you have to be frustrated because you've done a lot. You nearly picked off a pass. You have played great coverage on the back end, but they ran it for a first down. Now you get a pass interference that gives them, a new series, a new set of downs, because you're not able to get off the field. So again, you can't allow those mental mistakes to become physical mistakes, and that's what we're seeing now here on this series for Kane.
This was a Cortland team that was down 27-7. If they score here, they'll be down by 1 score.
That's true. Again, when people look at the score and they saw 27-7, they think, oh, you're down 20 points. Yes, you are theoretically, but you're only down 3 plays. And so you can't get 20. There's no 27-point plays in football, so you need to just get that first play. They got that before the half. They made another key play here coming out of the half, blocking the field goal. And if they can score, that's the second play they've made to get back in this game.
Field goal on this drive would keep it a 2-score game. A touchdown would make it 1. Not sure what Lance Carlin, the referee, was trying to sort out. Well, bits and pieces of it there. Anyway, 1st and 10, Cortland from the 37. Tripodi couldn't handle the ball. Races back now. He's going to be dropped for a big loss. Miscommunication between Segala and Tripodi. Corralled the ball behind his back, never could reel it in. A flag comes in. Let's see.
Yeah, that was tough right there because you see right here, zone read, and Segala read it a little bit too late. So now the tailback thinks, okay, the quarterback's going to keep it. He probably let go of the football, and now you have a fumble, and now you're just scrambling to try to get positive yards out the situation, and it ends up being a big game. We're still waiting to see what the penalty is in the situation.
Man down for Kane, down 2. With 6:38 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Well, it's a personal foul against Cortland, the center, Dan Bach.
This is going to be a very long 2nd down here with that penalty. And this is the quintessential example of what shooting yourself in the foot looks like.
Haven't quite seen who the man is for Kane. We saw 9 on the left side of the jersey. And it is Nick Sachs, the defensive lineman, who's going to be helped up. Actually, it's not Sachs. Peter Lajawa, excuse me, number 93. It's a nice ovation. Like he's limping a bit and having some trouble getting off the field.
That's tough because he can't put any pressure on that right leg.
Well, you feel for him. It's definitely the right leg. Doesn't look good. We won't play doctor here, but I'd be surprised if he came back into this game.
Well, you got 2nd and 36 now, so you don't have a 2nd and 36 play call in your playbook, but you do have an 8 to 12 yard plus play in your playbook, and that's exactly what you want. You want to, and that's where he got hurt. It was that late hit that caused him to get injured, and that's tough. That's not what you want to see out on the field in college football. You don't want to see plays like that.
Matthew Hill, Kane's offensive lineman, helping him off. The officials waiting until Lajawa safely off the field to continue play. Wise move. So it's a 2nd and 36. Flag comes in again. Segala has a lane down the left sideline, but again a flag came in. He's back into Kane territory as a flag tossed at the 33 of Cortland.
Yeah, it looks like a penalty against Kane. It's going to be a 1st down.
Here's Lance Carlin, conferring with his crew.
Yeah, right there, number 44. Hands to the face. Chris Weaver getting his hands up there. And it's tough for him because Weaver is only 6'2", and he's going up against a right tackle, Travis Alvarez, who's 6'8". So everything he does will be at a disadvantage as far as a leverage standpoint. So he's just trying to get up there, and his hand got caught in the face mask.
So that puts the ball at the 31. Cortland all the way back in to Kane territory at a 1st down. Segala floats it down the left sideline. Catch made, Jake Smith along the left sideline, touchdown. Cortland, beautiful play. The coverage was terrific, but Jake Smith reeled it in, and the Red Dragons trail by 7.
And you want to talk about accelerating to the football at the last possible minute. They were step for step, and Smith just stepped on the gas and was able to get a quick enough burst to close on that football for the touchdown. That's an excellent job of just running the route and running it through the catch. That's a great job, too. Often you see wide receivers running with their hands out, which slows them down. Jake Smith just kept his stride going, and when he got close to that football, he stepped on the gas, hit turbo, and was able to close on it for the touchdown.
Mongelian for the extra point out of Schneider's hold. The snap is clean. The kick right through, and Cortland Down 27-7 at one point. Now trails by 6 points. It's a one-score game.
Step for step with the defensive back, and right there, just closed in on the football, accelerated to it to make the catch for the touchdown. But here's the thing. On this drive, we saw a dropped interception. We saw a 3rd and 12 conversion with a quarterback run. We saw a 2nd and 36 get converted because of a hands to the face penalty by the defensive end. And then the subsequent play after that was a deep shot to the end zone for a touchdown. So 3 chances to get off the field for Kane. They didn't do it, and it ended up costing them 7 points. So now this is a 6-point game with 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
3rd touchdown to the game for Brett Segala. 11th of the season, team leading 10th touchdown for Jake Smith.